Welcome back, guys. This is going to be the 17th part of our video tutorials. If you have been following along, last time we were able to add a validation to our edit portion into our model window. So today we basically write our Crud operation. We basically save this information, update this information into our backend database. Okay. So now, in terms of coding, this is the last time what we did was, we have this method right here, and this is all our validation code up to here. This okay. This is starting from right here. If there is a validation error required for validation, this portion of the code get executed to display the error messages. Otherwise, we're going to post this information to this MySQL database. Okay, that's what we'll be coding today. So very first thing I would like to do, I want to make sure the product contains everything. So okay, I want to see. This is the only thing I'm going to do for now. I'm going to go ahead and save this one, close everything for now, and then I'm going to refresh this page. And I'm going to do edit. I'm going to change something here. Change something. And then I'm going to open my console. And when I click this button right here, I want to see the output. That output basically contains everything. I have product category ID, description, product ID, name, everything and also the most important, that whatever I change is here, it's reflected. Okay, that is good. I'm going to close this one for now, and let's start writing our code. In our app folder, this is our product. Here is our view product controller. Okay. So how we're going to do, of course, now we have a service called product service that we have been using. And into this product service, we're going to expose a method called edit product. Edit product, and we're going to pass the product, which is just going to be the view. On success of that product, I will have a callback function, and that callback function contains a property called result. That's what I'm going to pass it now. And then in here, inside that, we're going to check if the result object contains a property called status. Okay, and the value of that status is successful. We are going to do something here. So what we're going to do here is we will have a method called display message. The idea about display messages is basically to display the message to the user. Hey, everything became successful, and say product updated successfully. Okay, and I would like to display that message for a while. To do that, I'm going to use the Angular's timeout function with the come on. It's a timeout function. Timeout function basically takes a callback function to be executed, and we can give a name after timeout. Let's say a method called after timeout, and it takes two parameters. You can do something after timeout, and you're gonna have some delay. I want to have like 5 seconds or something, 5 seconds of delay. That's 5,000 milliseconds, which is equals to 5 seconds of delay. And here, what we're going to do is we're going to clear that message that was displayed currently. I have a little method called clear message here. I'm going to call this messes here. Okay, this is all I have to do here in my controller. So this is when our records are okay. We're going to call the edit product. You know, at this point, if I run our website here, it will show the error. Yeah, it's even not going to able to run it all because it doesn't have all the method. View product controller doesn't have a given method, which makes sense. So let's make sure we don't have any syntax error. Is that closes here, this closes right here, and then this timeout closes here. Okay. Okay, here is our clear message, and here is a display message. Everything is okay. Oh, okay, it is complaining about that. Instead of, okay, that was the error. That's why it was complaining. Okay, do this. Yeah, that makes sense. That's the kind of error we want to see, because this one is saying edit product is not a function, which makes sense because we haven't defined that function into our service. Okay, that's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to go into a product service right here, and we're going to define a method. So this is what we have to do. We're going to say edit product function, and it takes a product that would be passed from our controller, and then all it does is basically post those data. Just to for the debugging purposes, I would like to have some console here, console log. These records are from the Angular server, Angular service. Okay, just to make sure that all the data are coming out okay. I will get rid of that console once everything works fine. So also I wanted to console.log the product here. This is just the debugging purposes, guys. Just once our implementation is complete, we don't need that. I will get rid of that console. But when we are building it, it's just a better idea so we can know in a console what's going on. And then all we have to do here is basically we are posting return. What we can do, we're going to use our build HTTP service, and we're going to post. We need an endpoint to post, so it's going to be API, which is not defined, called edit product, which doesn't exist. We will define it. Okay, it's an edit product, and then the second parameter is just the data to be passed to this one. Okay, this is the second parameter. Oops, this one should be right here. Okay, this is all we have to do. In here, what we're gonna pass, I'm gonna say product ID, product ID. Oops. And I'm gonna pass the product category ID, which is gonna dot product category ID. Okay. Next parameter, we're gonna pass the product cost. It's going to be product and we named it as a product selling price or something like that. And then the name of the products is going to come from property called product name. The next property we need is a description, product. If we have any spelling error, it's not going to run, so we'll figure that out later. Next thing is the product price, product price. Okay, let's see, we have all the data that we'd like to post to our server. Here is the product ID, category would be changed, cost, and the name and the description and product price. These are all the properties that we'll be changing. Okay, so now this is defined. Let's go ahead and save everything and run it again. We should not have this error anymore. And let's choose one record, edit here, and change something. Of course, it's not going to post anything, but okay, this is good, you know. So we passed that error. See, the reason I put this into the console so I can see what's really happening to my data as it goes from controller to the service, and eventually it wants to start going to the server side. Okay, so this is the error we would like to see. We got a 404 right here. It was looking for this endpoint, which doesn't exist. We have not defined that endpoint yet. That's the next thing we're going to do. We're going to define our endpoints. Since we have our infrastructure code on defining endpoint, it would be pretty easy. Let's just follow the same pattern, okay? This is the error we want to see. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to get rid of this error. We should not have any this kind of error anymore. Instead of 404, which is not found, endpoint not found error, we should have 504. That is like, you know, internal server error or something. Okay. Up to now, we just wrote a code into the controller and to the service, okay? The Angular side or JavaScript side. Next, we're going to go into our server side. Now, as you know, we have a folder here called server. Very first thing, we're going to go into our routes folder and go to a product route config, and we're going to do configuration here. Our configuration can be pretty simple. I'm going to just grab one of them, one of the posts, and modify it accordingly. Okay, I have this post here. I'm just going to copy this code. Let's copy this one here and modify this route table. The request type is post. Instead of create product, here we are just editing the product. Edit product. And to our callback function, we need to have reference to data. And then here, of course, we're not going to use the create product category. We're going to pass here. We're going to pass something. I'm going to say edit product. This is our data access layer DAO method called edit product, which now doesn't exist into this product DAO object. We'll be creating that method soon. Okay, this is all we have to do, and we will be passing request the body. This is how we do to the Express. We pass by doing this. We are passing the behind the scene. We're passing this product object to here. Okay, and we're going to return the status. That is all we have to do here. Let's go ahead and save it. And if we refresh this page now, we should have different kind of error. Okay, that is good. So like I said, like this is a 500 internal server error, which makes sense. I know why we are getting this error into our browser. If we look it into our console, into our Node.JS console right here. In my case, I'm running this from okay, here is my so here is the error. Let me see if I can bump this little one. This is my PowerShell. I'm just going to increase the font so you can see a little better what's going on here. Okay. This error is telling me, hey, there is a undefined, it's not a function JavaScript error, which makes sense because in what this server side or Node.js code is telling me that hey, into your product DAO object, there is no method defined called edit product. Because of that, since it is not defined in there, that is our internal error. Okay, that is the next thing we can do. That is the method we have to define into our product DAO. So what we're going to do is we're going to go, let's grab this and copy here, and let's go into product DAO, and we're going to go ahead and write that method. Okay. Okay, let's write this method right here. Edit product. Going to be a function, and the product. This product basically, remember that from the service, from the configuration, that request.body would be the product information here. And then also we need a callback function here. We need these two pieces of information, okay? And the comma right here. This is all we need to do. And we can see what the product is. We can do something like console.log product ID. Just log this one here. Let's see what it's going to say. And we should not have any error right now when we call this method. But what should happen in our PowerShell? We should see we should see a message, whatever that ID is, product ID. We should be able to see right here in our console. Okay. Let's see. I refresh that page and edit product. We don't have a client-side error, which is good. And then if I go in right here, it said still self, the route table, the callback function is still undefined. But I just defined a method called edit product. Let's see why it is complaining that one. Product route config, product DAO, edit product right here. Let's make sure I don't have any typo and stuff. Sometime, I'm going to go ahead and restart my gulp here. I'm just restarting my server. It's running okay. And I refresh this one. I don't know, for some reason it was complaining. Okay, that is good. It is, see, as you can see, this 17 right here is basically done print out from that this one, right, this product ID. This is where this product ID is being printed. So we have all the data that we need in our server side now. So all we have to do right now is basically persist those information into. We need to write some SQL statement to persist the data. Okay. Some of the thing, we're just going to copy some of the code for. I'm going to copy this code right here because it's going to be very similar, but we'll have to do some modification. Oops. Let me close this one. So we'll have a lot of real estate to work on. Okay. This is update, so we have to do update too. So I'm gonna copy all this code up to right here, and then I'm gonna paste it into edit product. This is our edit product. Okay. Of course, this statement is going to be different. We are editing the product, but we are setting, and we need where clause. Updated date. Yeah, we need to keep that one too. However, we need to have, we're gonna update product category FK. That is one of the column from our table, because we need to we should be able to update the category. We need to have that value coming in, and Next thing we're going to update is the product cost, comma, right? That's the second thing we're going to update. And then we also should be able to update the name. Why it is coming right here? This is where I want name. Next parameter or next column that we need to update is the description. And the next thing we're going to update is the updated date. I think that piece of information already there. And next thing we're going to update is a product price. And after that, we have a where clause in our update statement right here, where the ID would be the matching ID. This is our query. So now, and this is, let's put it into a separate line. This is our query statement, updated statement, and this is where we're going to pass all our data, and this is our callback function. Okay, let's modify, let's change this one into this query method. We're going to pass our input, our parameters here. First parameter is the product category. So how do you obtain that value? It's going to come out from product object, and product object, as you know, has a property called product category ID. That's the first parameter we're going to pass. Since this is an array, let's make it nice. Give it a separate line for each of those values. Okay, and comma, and the second property we need is the product cost, which is going to come from property called product cost, comma. Next parameter we need is a name. Product has a property called name. The next parameter we're going to set is description. Product has a property called description. Okay, and after description we need to pass the updated date, that basically when this information got updated, so we can do this new date, new JavaScript instance of data object here. And next thing we need is a product price. Product price. And finally, the last parameter is the ID, the ID that we are updating, right? So it's going to come from product ID. Okay, these are all the parameters. This is the first parameter to this method called query. These are all our input parameter. For this would be like a placeholder. This question mark is a placeholder, and these are the values for the placeholder. And then this is our callback function. Okay, this callback function, if there is error, we're just going to throw this. Nothing going to happen. Otherwise, this callback function that was provided when this method's edit product method got called, we're going to use a callback, and to this callback we're going to give this JavaScript object literal with a property. This just anonymous object has a property called status, and the value of the status is successful. And finally, line number 92, we basically close this, the connection, MySQL connection that was open. We're going to close that one. Okay, assuming there is no syntax error and everything, then we should have working feature. Let's see, let's go ahead and save all this file here. I'm going to go ahead and close it. Well, I shouldn't have closed. Okay, let's see. Okay, so far, let's see, I'm going to edit this one. Let's close for now. Changing some description. Blah blah blah. Ah, awesome. Okay, so finally, once we change it, edit product, it says, updated product, and it gives us a message for the user. Hey, your data has been successfully updated. Let's change this one to books. New computer ASP.mbc book. Nice code. Let's go ahead and change this one. It has been updated successfully. That you can see that green, successful message for a while, and then once that time 5 miles 5,000, so 5 seconds elapses, that message automatically clears out. Okay, basically that is all you have to do. So I think, finally, I think this is going to be our kind of like a last feature of the CRUD. The next thing we're gonna, what I would like to do in next feature, we'll have in most of the web application, the search is the most important feature. So I will have a really full-fledged search. Basically, we'll have a search menu right here. So what I'm thinking, I'll have a search menu right here, and then here we'll have a search product. You, as an admin, you should be able to search product by all different kind of categories. That's the last thing I would like to do on these video tutorials. Thank you so much, guys, for watching these videos. Have a good day. Thank you.